Okay, I think we're live. I think we're good. Maybe we need to back it up a little bit though. Let's see. Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Let's see. Okay, are we good? I think we're good. All right, okay. Hey kings and queens, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Aneke. How y'all doing or whatever? How y'all doing or whatever? Hey, yay, hey, hey. Hey kings and queens, welcome back to the channel. So it is your girl Aneke here from Aneke Budgets, okay? And today, guys, I'm super excited because you already know what time it is. It is time to do Sunday reads, and y'all, it's the last chapter. Ooh, it's the last chapter, y'all. So welcome. Taking out the book from right here, the book. So this is our Richest Man in Babylon, and we are reading chapter 5, y'all. Shout out to everyone that's been reading the entire book with me. You know, it's gonna be a great day. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. We're about to read and set it off. So let me just go to chapter 5. I ain't got my book out or nothing, but we gonna read together, get great. And they said financial success? Financial success, you know they already talking to us. So I have my handy dandy cup here, which is from the best friend. She left it, so you know I'm using it. And so this is our last chapter, y'all. The Babylon course in financial success is what we're reading, and we are going to close out chapter 5, get our monies together, and then do all the things, y'all. And then once we do our February closeout, y'all, we going to go over what we learned during the book and all the things. It's about to be great. It's about to be great. So without further ado, let's get into the reading. All right, come on. So who can be successful in acquiring money? Who? Who are the favored ones who can escape the grind of making ends meet and enjoy all the benefits offered by a well-fitted purse? Okay, who's the rich? Are they only those with miserly natures, the penny pinchers? Are they only those born under some lucky star, favorites of the gods? Not at all. Financial success is something that is within the reach of every person who has a desire to succeed to such an extent that he is willing to study and work to accomplish his ambition. You better talk about it. Financial success is the logical result of consistent effort in the right direction and wisely taking advantage of opportunities, even though they be so modest that others ignore them as of no consequence. Okay, this starting off strong with this chapter, y'all. This starting off strong with this chapter. Here are the sort of people who are potential fortune builders. Are you among them? Are you? Okay. Oh, I feel like this chapter is talking to us. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like it's talking to us. Like, are you gonna sell yourself short? Is basically what they're saying. Let me bring y'all over a little bit so we set a stage. They said, "Are you gonna sell yourself short?" That's literally the first 2 seconds in the chapter. Okay. Every person who has an income, who draws wages or a salary, who has a profession, or who is in business for himself. We must also include every person, even if not employed, who has the ability to hold a position or create profitable employment for himself. Okay? Talk about it. They coming through. They say, listen, job, no job. The ability and opportunity is there for every single person. Okay? Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on, because this is not giving what I needed to give. I feel like I did not clear off the screen. So let me clear it up so y'all can see what's going on. Look at that. The difference. Okay. Because I was like, what is going on? But here we go, y'all. So y'all can see now all the things, child, and read. All right. So, yeah. Profitable employment for instance. Okay. Women are as eligible as men. Okay. Wives can be invaluable assistants to their husbands, even when not themselves employed. Okay. Now, as to the practical side of fortune building, that most fascinating adventure of all times. There are no mystic secrets to be successful at it. Certain laws, very definite laws, govern our faculty of attracting money to us, our ability to to actually acquire money, and our knack for being able to keep money. The purpose of the Babylon course in financial success is to explain the laws we need to understand to become more successful and to teach ambitious people how to use them to fatten their own purses. To start the student to getting ahead consistently out of their present opportunities and to prepare them to become successful fortune builders in the future. It's saying talk about it. Talk about it. This course of study is called the Babylon Course in Financial Success because we go back to the famous wealthy city of Babylon for our instructors. Back to Babylon, the wealthiest city of the ancient world, where we become pupils, so to speak, of the wise rich men whose financial genius made their city so extremely wealthy. I just want to be in the room. They always say when you're in the right place, right time, right space with the right people, you are in rooms that can change your life. Opportunity is knocking. Hello, she is like, we at the door. Is you gonna answer or not? That is what this chapter is saying. Let me drink some water to that. I like that. I like that. Do you desire to learn the knack of getting ahead? The ability to start at financial bedrock if necessary and start upward upon the surest and oldest road to financial independence? Are you tired of seeing your hard-earned money slip through your fingers, leaving you always facing that tiresome problem of working just to make ends meet? I don't know who they talking to, but they preaching today. It's Sunday Reads, baby. Drink some water. I don't know who they talking to, but baby, I know they talking to me. Because they just talked about, oh, are you tired of spending? Child, I am tired. Let me tell you, I paid my credit card today. Not even today. I paid it on the first because, your girl got paid. She budgeted. Go ahead and check out a video if you into that. I paid my bills, y'all. And my credit card went down and I was like, ooh, dancing. And then a charge and another charge and another charge. Bear in mind, these are my bills, so they're normally go on my credit card. Don't. Your girl's not just adding to add for no reason. But these are my bills that usually come out too. But I was like, I am so sick and tired of you always having to have a balance. Why can't you just be zero? Why can't you just be zero? And so you know what? That is what they mean by, are you tired of seeing your hard-earned money slip through your fingers, leaving you always facing that tiresome problem of working just to make ends meet? Would you like to develop within yourself the well-poised ability to carve a success you can be proud of? An ability which will enable you to find success where other men find only failure? Come on. All right. Chapter 5 is giving. Chapter 5 is doing. Chapter 5 is encouraging. It is asking you, are you ready to step up to the plate? Because we read 1 through 4. We got the stories. We got the information. We got the course of action of what to do. Chapter 5 says, hello. Okay, you got the instructions, follow through. Chapter 5 is basically calling us out. And I appreciate it and I don't like it at the same time because it's telling me about me. You ever had something just tell you about yourself? This is what chapter 5 is doing. Chapter 5 is calling all of anybody and everybody who was not trying to think that y'all was just going to get this information and just go to bed and be fine. No, it said not today, Jose. Not today, George. Not today, Amanda. Not today, Kyle. Not today, Steve. Not today, Tiffany. Not today, Jessica. Please get somebody else to do it, because not today. I don't know what is up with me, but chapter 5 is speaking to me. It is doing what needs to be done. Okay, then learn and practice the teachings of this course. Learn them thoroughly and practice them consistently and conscientiously, that's a long word, that you may be truly prepared for real success. Then you may rest assured that you are on your way to achieve your ambition. All right. We love a good word that talks to us. We love a good word that talks to us. Okay. Each lesson is in the form of a tale. Do not be misled by their seeming simplicity into thinking that a casual reading will make you the master of their contents. Excuse me, y'all. There's much more to them than at first appears. They appear simple because they deal with basic facts, elementary truths, free from confusing complications. I'm not going to lie to you. I appreciate this book. I appreciate how they just be telling me simple, straight, no chaser. They ain't asking for much. They ain't giving you no runaround. They ain't using big words. They're just telling you the facts. It is what it is. Here is how you do it. And so that's all they're saying. The engineers who designed the greatest bridge were once little tots in kindergarten where they gained their first insight into straight lines, curves, and angles, knowledge that was to be of vital importance in their future successes. Just so, the person who would advance to eminence in building a fortune must so thoroughly learn the basic principles of fortune building that he can use them as instinctively, skillfully, and effectively as the bridge engineer who used his knowledge of geometry and mathematics. He said, listen, become an expert scholar. Become an expert scholar. Don't dismiss math because you hated the subject in school. Important. Not just for the engineer, but for you, these finances. Okay? Drink me a little water to that, okay? So, let's continue. Each tale is a compendium of practical financial knowledge which every student can put right to use to increase his own bank account. Okay, tell me how to increase it. Much of this knowledge is self-evident, but the greater part cannot be fully appreciated until the student actually uses it, applies it to his or her own personal finances, and see just how it works and just what result it brings. Okay? Many students experience most valuable results from a first reading. They find at once just the guidance needed to profitably handle some current situations. Therefore, they are enabled to make immediate use of what they learn. However, no matter how profitable first results may be, they are but the start. All right, see, this is how y'all be feeling. Sorry that I shook the camera, but this is how y'all be feeling when we first start budgeting, child. Let me tell you something. When I first started budgeting, oh, come on, come with it. Your girl saved. Her saving, that first saving, ooh, felt good. The bank account raise, ooh, felt good. And I was like, okay, I can do this thing. And I did this thing for a year and I became debt free and I saved 10,000. Child, watch the video. I kind of did. I kind of did. And I was so proud of myself. So proud of myself. And then I left from an environment which I was used to or comfortable in. And then I came to a different environment and I just acted like I didn't know what I was doing before when I started budgeting. And that is what will get you, child. When you act like you ain't remember what your parents taught you. Literally, the book is teaching us what to do and we be acting like we forget. Or you watch videos on financial things and we act like we forgot what we learned. Child, I'm telling you, because your girl over here experiencing it, okay? I was debt free and look at me, back in debt and paying it down. So I'm saying, y'all, listen to the wise teachers. I'm listening right here with you. I'm excited to read this final chapter, excited to close out our books. Oh, Sunday reads. All right, let us continue. Many students experience most valuable results from a first read. They find at once just the guidance needed to profitably handle some current situations. Therefore, they are enabled to make immediate use of what they learn. However, no matter how profitable first results may be, they are but the start. Our lives are more than a month or a year. All right, they ain't gotta see, they backing me up. Our lives are more than a month or a year, y'all. I'm telling you, that first month you be feeling good, but 6 months in, child, you gonna feel the pressure. Find you a community. Find whoever you need to find in this budgeting community to be your rock, stand by you through it, child. Because sometimes your friends, your families, your coworkers that don't understand why you got cash in your envelopes and why you pay for stuff with cash or why you taking out money out the bank to pay for a bit. Child, I know it. I've heard it. I've seen it. I'm telling you. They won't understand, but find you your community because your community understands, and your community 6 months down, 8 months down, a year down will know that, hey, this is rough, but you are doing it. Find your ones that's gonna sit beside you. Find them. Because baby, Not everybody needs to understand it, but the few that do are the few that matter. Okay. They normally extend over long periods of years. To the student who thoroughly master the teachings of this course, the wisdom they acquire will be theirs to guide and help them, not merely for a week or year, but for all the years of their lives. Plan of study for individuals. For individuals who study this course by themselves, the following plan is recommended. First, read the lessons, not more than one each day. When reading them for the first time, try to choose a time when not hurried or liable to interruptions. Be fresh and have the mind cleared of other thoughts. In later years, if the purpose of this course is to be fully realized, you will see your financial affairs with their problems and their possibilities, as it were, through the eyes of the wise rich men of ancient Babylon. Therefore, it is essential that your first excursion to the teachers of Babylon find you in the proper frame of mind for your first impressions. The lesson should be read in the following order. Lesson number 1. The richest man in Babylon tells his system. Lesson 2. Out of the ruins of Babylon. Lesson 3. 7 remedies for a lean purse. Lesson 4. The treasures of Babylon, all of which we have read. Each lesson is a part of a definite plan of progressive development for the student. Much of their effectiveness will be lost, but hurriedly reading all the lessons or by reading them out of the recommended sequence. After reading each lesson, do some thinking. See if you can call up examples in your own affairs or in the affair of other people illustrating the practical working out of the principles explained. If you had poor luck with money, recall the circumstances in connection with these teachings. Okay, listen. The next step in developing your inherent ability to get ahead is to study each lesson in detail. Allow at least an entire week for each in order that your mind may thoroughly grasp the teachings and do so in a way that will not be forgotten. I'm not going to lie to you, I did not even read this back of the book, but that's exactly what we did. And so we have lesson 2, 3, and 4 up. I'm going to read lesson 5 and post it on as a video for y'all to see, because I didn't do it as a live. It was our first one, but it is in one of the cash envelopes, and I'll most likely add it in the description box for you guys, so you can go ahead and watch it. I think it's in one of my cash stuffings. But y'all, they're telling us read them a week apart. That's what we have been doing. If you have been here, you've came here, that's what we've been doing. We've been reading them a week apart and getting the information, and child, what a time was had, right? And so all these lessons and all these motivations and things that came through when your girl is just living for it, and I hope you're living for it too. But read, if you have not been to Sunday Reads, go ahead, listen to the recordings, listen to the lessons, and get the information, child, and hear some backgrounds by me, because from my experience and what I've done. And if you want to leave some comments of what you have done too in the past 3 weeks since we've been reading, of how your lessons that you have learned have helped you, because baby, if nothing else, this book is really confirming and helping me to fine-tune my budget. Child, March should be better than ever. So, where were we? Okay, at least allow at least an entire week for each in order that your mind may thoroughly grasp the teachings and do so in a way that will not be forgotten. You should learn these lessons so thoroughly they will become a permanent and practical part of your knowledge. Every day that you wake up, you should be, oh, that's a lesson. That's basically what they say. Opportunity. Opportunities will come to you to use this knowledge. The reason for studying it so thoroughly is to learn it so well that you will use it instinctively whenever you need it. To get the full value of the lessons, write out answers to the questions given in the following pages. Make it your task to answer 3 questions daily. Read the question and look up the reference to the lesson, then write out fully an answer. The reading of the entire lesson each day is also recommended while it is being studied. Okay. They said, listen, don't just talk about it, be about it daily. Also, bear in mind that the thoroughness with which you learn the lessons and the readiness with which you can call this knowledge to your aid will mean more dollars in your purse, larger bank balances, greater income in the Lord, in the name of Jesus. Come on. In the name of Jesus. Come on, keep going. In fact, the start you are seeking to guide you to building a substantial fortune. Talk about it, Lord. The first thorough study of the 4 lessons should extend over an entire month. Look at what we did. We actually did that. Yo, when I started Sunday Reads, I did not think this was what it was going to be. But look at God. He just knew. God be knowing. He be knowing. Yeah, girl, Erica girl, get a girl. So okay. The first thorough study of the 4 lessons should extend over an entire month. Therefore, continue to give thought daily to their teachings. Constantly see how what you have learned will apply to your own financial affair. The student will be surprised at the rapid development of an ability to analyze and understand financial situations, thus acquiring the faculty of seeing through to the logical conclusion, uninfluenced by emotions, hopes, and prejudice. Let me tell you, child, this month, I've been doing so well with my finances. So well. And I don't know if it's because I've been reading this book, but I can definitely say it might be. It might be because I've just been like, oh, you call me broke. They did. They call me broke. They call me bastard. I remember this book. And I feel attacked. But they gave me lessons, insights, and things that would help me so much. But I remember you called me a bastard in the beginning of this book in chapter 1. I read it. I read it. Okay, you pulled me up by the shoestrings and was ready to take me out. But so much great information, y'all. So much great information. Herein is the basic value of the course. The training of the student to be a logical thinker upon his own finances, because child, emotions will get you at the store buying ice cream at 2 o'clock in the morning. Most people, unfortunately, do not progress beyond being financial experts. It is a lack of such practical understanding that makes them blunder blindly in vain, hopes that a logical conclusion will come to pass. Because I definitely would like to hit the lotto. I sure would. I know this finance and budgeting is great, but child, let me hit 100. Please. Please. I'll continue to learn a lesson, but that 100, oh, please. Okay. It is the lack of such practical understanding that make them blunder blindly in vain hopes that illogical conclusions will come to pass. After concluding the initial study of the course, the student is urged to make a review every 6 months. This should consist of reading the lessons over, not faster than 1 each day. Do this rereading very carefully, for you will find in these lessons new ideas and new knowledge because of your own advanced understanding. The more you have learned by practicing these teachings, the more additional help they will contain for you. Many followers of this course have the habit of consulting it whenever they come upon a puzzling situation to handle. They report that it never fails to show a parallel case to theirs or to supply an inspiration for the wise decision they will make, okay? So continue, reread, re-listen, whatever you need to do, child, because sometimes what the old story that you heard has a new purpose. That's what they said over here. Nor does it help stop at financial problems. The sane, clear-thinking men of ancient Babylon supply an inspiration to wise and thoughtful handling of many other situations in personal, family, and business relations. All right, let me back up. Because I read something and the two ain't connecting. So, many followers of this course have the habit of consulting it whenever they come upon a puzzling situation to handle. They report that it never fails to show a parallel case to theirs or to supply an inspiration for the wise decision they will have to make. Nor does it help stop at financial problems. The sane, clear-thinking men of ancient Babylon supply an inspiration to wise and thoughtful handling of many other situations in personal, family, and business relations. So the book is overall. It's a jack of all trades, is what it's saying. Plan of study for families. It's set for individuals. It's set for families. I'm guessing it's going for friends too. It's going for everybody included. Everybody can get some. This is what this book's saying. And talk about it. So, every family has a common interest in the family income. I sure do. It supplies the family residence and common supply of food and clothing. Also, it is the source from which must come the special requirements of each member. Johnny's skates, Minnie's campfire outfit, Big Brother's pocket money, not to mention the needs of father and mother. In most families, the family finances are managed by one of the parents who acts as a friendly despot in apportioning allowances. This course can do much good in giving all members of a family a true insight into limitations of available money and the advantages of not only living within their family income, but building up a reserve. It is surprising how much children of even 4th and 5th grade will learn from these lessons and how willingly they cooperate for the family good when once they understand. You know, I was on Instagram one day, and this girl was telling the story of her family does this thing where I guess they all save individual, they all put into the household or whatever it is. And so whenever the household needs something or when there's a decision for the family money, they all come to a vote. They don't just spend it, the parents just spend it, the father, the mother just spend it. They spend it on what is in the best interest of the family. And they also do this thing where they take out extra money too and put it aside, whether that's for saving or something, but that they call as taxes. So when you see the taxes coming out of your paycheck, or in this case, the family, they don't feel any way because they already know, hey, whatever you earn or bring into this house, a portion of it already is going to come out because you have to pay the government, right? So she was telling that story, and she said her mom wanted to buy, I don't know, let's say her mom wanted to buy this dress for herself using the family money or something like that. But at the time, the family had needed a microwave. Instead of the mother just taking the money and buying a dress for herself, they actually had a vote by the family, and the family decided that a microwave was in the best interest of everyone because it would benefit everyone, and so that's what they decided to use the money for. And that was a lesson in how basically the government worked. And so that was a lesson that her parents was teaching her of how the government should work, child. Let's not talk about it, because baby, okay? But yeah, and so this is the same thing this book is telling us, right? If you give your children the opportunity to understand finances, they will surprise you. 4th, 5th, 6th, maybe even 3rd, you starting them small on how they save and use their money, they will surprise you. They could surprise you if you give your children the opportunity to make a decision and give them, let them be leaders among y'all in the family, or let them lead, develop their leadership skills, develop their management skills, develop their financial skills, okay, child? Because we do want the generation before us to be better than who we are now, don't we? So yeah, give your children the opportunity, because like it says, it is surprising how much children of even the 4th and 5th grade will learn from these lessons and how willing they cooperate for the family good once they understand, right? So the plan of study recommended is the reading aloud of the lessons and the discussion of the questions. Not only will every family member of the family be brought into better harmony on present problems, but they will be securing a basic training for the future. I think one of the things I had I think one of the things that my mom, and this is nothing against her, child, but this one of the things, because she didn't have as much financial knowledge that could help me for the future, like I didn't have the financial knowledge at all. And so we do a disservice, especially to children, when we don't tell them about family problems, or we don't give them insight, because I've been seeing a lot of stuff on my feed that says that we think that children are incapable of being better than us at what we are currently. And that's not to say that, anything's wrong with us, but don't hold our children back because we don't think they can do it doesn't mean that they can. They might surprise you. Give your children the opportunity. You do not have to they are not you. Let me say that. They are not you. They are a whole different person. They have their own train of thought, how they do stuff. They will surprise you if given the opportunity. So don't hold your children back. Give them a clear picture. I've realized, Lord, come through, God. I've realized in my giving the full picture to my subordinates that they are like, okay, I'm buying into it more. I understand it more, because they don't feel like they're like sideswiped and just, oh, we just getting this information now. No, they had the whole picture. So give your children that opportunity. Okay. So yeah. Plan of study for business executive. Oh, they're talking about the money too for your business. Oh, for your business. All right. That's for your business. Okay. The success of every business is dependent upon wise financial management. Talk about it. The volume of sales, quality of products, type of advertising, selection of markets are all secondary in the long run to financial management. The principles of financial advancement taught in this course are basic. They apply just as definite to the large business as they do to the wage earner. These principles should be outstanding in the minds of each executive in a responsible position to be constantly followed in their private affairs. It is even more important that they are adhered to in planning and operating a business. Executives of banks and commercial houses find the reading of one of these lessons aloud at the beginning of an executive session not only arouses interest, but inspires every listener to think how these basic principles can better be adhered to for the enduring prosperity of the institution. In addition to reading the lesson, a few moments given to discussion will lead naturally to considering the application of the principles taught to the good of the business. Now, I think so for business executive, yes. Now, to me, I think this would be more beneficial to people who are younger in their position, who have never actually read a business book. This might even be good for y'all every day, because not many people have great financial knowledge, or not many people have financial knowledge. Matter of fact, I just started reading this book because of y'all. So this definitely, as we was reading it, we was getting excited. And this will definitely help for anyone who has not read this book or do not have financial knowledge, so they can be a part of the business and invested in the success of the business as well. Okay. Plan of study for group and classes. The Babylon course supplies most valuable material for development in class and group study. The lessons should be taken up one at a time in the same sequence as recommended to the individual student. Each student attending should have his own copy of the course. At the first meeting of the class, the first lesson should be read aloud. Then members should be asked to state the impressions created by the lesson, thus leading into a general discussion of the entire idea of our own personal responsibility for success in acquiring money in amounts larger than our actual requirements of living. The next meeting should take up the study of specific instances illustrating the teachings of this lesson. Among other students, these can come from their own experiences or from the experiences of others with which they may be familiar. Younger students can be advised to consult their parents or other adult friends or relatives. Also, a certain number of questions on this lesson should be specified for which the students should write out their answers to be discussed at the next meeting. Each lesson in the course will supply ample material when used in this way for several class lessons. The leader should stimulate the students to think financial problems out for themselves and thus develop the analytical viewpoint and the ability to see through to logical conclusions. After the entire course has been covered, further study upon each lesson will bring out new illustrations because of the advanced understanding of the class members and their consequent ability to go deeper into the subjects. The following, questions for the students. The following questions go right to the heart of the basic theme in each lesson. If some of them seem obvious and simple, bear in mind that they are not presented as puzzlers, but as a practical method of impressing the lessons upon the student's memory. Therefore, the student who wishes to reap the greatest possible financial rewards from studying the course is urged to look up each reference and write out his answers in detail with all examples and logic at his command. Again, give children the opportunity to be great, okay? That's all I'm saying. Lesson number 1. The richest man in Babylon tells his system. This lesson deals with the first basic principle behind success in acquiring money and the right of all people to keep for themselves a portion of all they earn. Large income is of little advantage except for the temporal pleasures it provides if allowed to go through our hands and leave nothing but memories. A small income, judiciously handled, maybe in the end provide much more of satisfaction, enjoyment, and worldly possessions than the larger one. As most of us must look to the benefits which an income of moderate portions can provide, it is essential to our future well-being that we study to become skillful in handling the resources we have, okay? Can't just be out here just spending our money. And I am from the low-income family portion. I am lucky and I've worked to be in a position where I can provide and take care of myself and for my future and my retirement. But child, I am not born rich, silver spoon, none of that, child. I am from Kingston, Jamaica. Kingston, Jamaica, born where I was sleeping on the bed with my mama, my aunt, my grandma, my cousin, all on one bed, child, and one person's head was at one side of the bed and the other person's head was at the other, okay? And sometimes I slept on the floor, child, and I still do it now out of habit, you know? So nobody come from Richest, child, but we have definitely gotten to a place where we have become rich enough where we can have the bed to ourselves, okay? We can spread star on the bed and be fine. And so grateful for that, but never have I came from the silver spoon portion, right? So I am working my way up, and hopefully one day I can give my kids the opportunity to start at a further on the starting line than I was, okay? If not at the starting line, then hopefully 100 yards in. You know, I'm just saying somewhere further than where I started. So this is why I'm doing this. This is why I read this book or doing these readings, because it's literally to help me and my future and whatever that comes with, while remembering my past and what I went through to get here, okay? Shout out to my mama too. That woman. Oh, y'all, my mama just became credit card debt free. She became credit card debt free, I think a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. So shout out to mom. Shout out to mama budgets. Okay. Shout out to mama budgets. She became debt free and super proud of her. Well, not debt free, but credit card debt free. And so, you know, she's making strides and doing things, and I'm proud of her. I'm so excited. You know, one time I told my mama, hey, go natural. She was like, nope. And so she tried it for a little bit, and then she was like, nope, and reverted back. And then I was like, Mom, you should budget. And, you know, she was like, nope. And look at her now. I'm not saying that I was, you know, catalyst for all this, but I put a little nugget in there, and then someone else came along and helped her through it, and here we are. She's credit card debt free. So super proud of Mom. Shout out to you, mother. So, yeah. Anyways, let us continue. So, questions on lesson number 1. Explain in more detail these are the questions, y'all. So, I'm not going to read the questions. I'm going to go through all the lessons. That's what I'm going to go through. If you want to read the questions, go ahead, get the book, read the questions, y'all. Okay, but this is lesson number 2. Out of the ruins of Babylon, right? This lesson considers the question of the obstacles which invariably raise themselves in some way or another between the purposes we wish to accomplish and our means for accomplishing them. The student who is handicapped by debts... Ooh, I felt that one. The student who is handicapped by debts that are difficult to liquidate will see herein a practical plan for solving his particular problem. But that is by no means all that the lesson is meant to teach. There can be innumerable other kinds of obstacles to that success which the student is perfectly competent to achieve. Before answering the following question, the student is urged to take inventory of the obstacles which seem to be retarding his own personal progress to great financial success, aka child, write out your debts. Write out your debts, write out what you got, write out what you need to pay, Peter, Paul, Sam, Joe, whoever, okay? Write out all the people that you owe, and then find out who or what them debts is that is holding you, the obstacles, as they say in the book, that is holding you from progress. All right. Whatever these obstacles may be, whether debts, responsibility to support others, persons who seem to prevent us from going ahead with our ambitions, or our own personal limitations, environment, or lack of opportunity, bear in mind that success is always the reward for overcoming obstacles in some practical way. Success is getting ahead in our money affairs. Success in getting ahead in our money affairs is the logical result of learning to overcome obstacles. Talk about it. And becoming capable of making progress in spite of them. After visualizing the obstacles which confront you personally, answer the following questions with this in mind. Write out the answers fully and try to find your answers, suggestions for overcoming the obstacles which may be or seem to be confronting you, okay? Here, I'm gonna back it up. I realize I can just back it up. So if y'all want to see the questions, y'all can go ahead and see the questions and do them. But like I said, I am not going to read out all of these questions. But there we go for lesson number 2. Okay. And so lesson number 3, 7 remedies for a lean purse, child, for a broke girl, child. Okay. Being successful is acquiring money. Back it up. Being successful in acquiring money is, as the student has already learned, dependent upon keeping for ourselves a definite portion of our income. Hey, what was that portion they said? Somebody write in the comments. What was that portion? What percentage? Write it down. Okay. It is also dependent upon our determination to succeed, a determination sufficiently firm and deep-rooted that we may overcome the obstacles that are almost certain to confront our determinations. Okay, y'all better back up. All these obstacles in our way, you better back up. But these are not all the requisites to financial success. In addition, we must have what can be called a financial program or a definite plan of action, a budget, a BUDGET, a budget. Once the cards are in our hands, we must know how to play them to build up the fortunes we desire. This lesson outlines for us a definite plan of procedure in our own personal and financial affairs, by following which we may carry on our successes to wider and more extensive fields. The 7 remedies for a lean purse outlined in this lesson will apply to most of us in the broad principles presented, in that they cover the fundamentals of life. They will also apply with slight variation to business institutions and their operation. In studying this lesson and in answering the following questions, seek for your own use a plan which is practical for you to follow, which will carry you forward to the realization of your desires and ambition. Okay, so these are the questions for lesson number 3. Let me go on. These are the questions for lesson number 3. Okay. And then last questions for lesson number 3. All right. So lesson number 4, the treasures of Babylon. The road to financial success is not a crooked, wandering trail, but a definite, direct route, the shortest possible way between the point at which we start and the destination we desire to reach. Ain't no going away. Ain't no going around it. Ain't no trying to tiptoe, sneaking in. Ain't none of that, okay? It's a little rocky, but it's straight. It ain't paved flat, but it's there. It ain't got no twists and turns, no bend in the corner. It's just, hey, go down this road. That's all you got to do. Go down this road. Okay? All right. So As normal human beings, we possess many intellectual and emotional characteristics which can sway our actions and influence our decision. The purpose of this lesson is to implant within the student an understanding of a type of temptation which are bound to come to every person traveling upward on the road to greater financial success. Child, we was just reading chapter 4 last week. We know the story of man. He went out there and he was doing all the things, but not the right things. And he lost his money, had to make it back. And make it back did he? He did, okay? He made it back real well. Okay, so. Oh. Okay. Also, to supply them with a method of seeing through these temptations, which usually come under one class, opportunities to use one's accumulating capital to make larger earnings, in other words, to take shortcuts to financial success. The broad, straight road to success is reasonably safe for the travelers thereon, well policed, we might say, by the available knowledge of those who have traveled it and are glad to advise others on the way. But there are innumerable, attractive, appearing side roads leading off. Okay, see, I told y'all. It's straight, baby, which are recommended by advisors with self-interest to promote as shortcuts to wealth. Get rich quick trails, actually, along with the brigands and robbers thrive upon the accumulations of the thrifty. Of course, the student desires to follow the safe road to success and to avoid errors which could cost his savings. The trap of the get rich quick is always baited with the illusions of big returns for small investments, and the game of trapper is the trapper is after is the investor's capital. Everybody trying to get your money that you work hard for. And no, not 90, Erica. Girl. All right. Oh, okay. The trapper. So they after your money, child. The investor's capital. In lesson number 4, what? In lesson number 4 will be found the 5 laws of gold. It sure was. Which the student is urged to memorize, that in the future he may wisely judge every opportunity for investing his surplus money, and be able to decide upon investments where his capital is safe and can be reclaimed when desired, and from which he will receive a fair rate of interest. Okay, and these are the question for lesson number 4. Make sure y'all can see all of that. Make sure y'all can see it. And see this one. And then here we go, okay? A part of all you earn is yours to keep. And that ends the book, y'all. We just finished our first book on Sunday Reads. I'm so excited. Y'all, we just finished our first book for Sunday Reads. We finished The Richest Man in Babylon, all 5 chapters, all 137. 130, okay, lies. 141 pages, y'all. I am so excited and so proud of everyone who came here, watched this video, watched us live after to see what was in there. But y'all, we have read all 5 chapters, and I could not be more proud of us for getting to it and getting through it, okay? So, y'all, this is the end of our first book for Sunday Reads. So proud of y'all. If y'all want to see or read the rest of them, make sure you go ahead and go listen to chapter 2, 3, and 4, which I've uploaded. And like I said, I'm going to upload chapter 1. Your girl got to read it first on the cameras. But I'm going to upload chapter 1 for you guys so you guys can hear chapter 1 as well. But go through all the lessons and then go through all the questions for the lesson, y'all. And like they said, read it once a week for each lesson, or you can just listen to it on here once a week for each lesson and then think about it, go through it. But y'all, if you have not, go ahead and get this book. It's on Amazon. I think it's like $10 or something like that. but get into it, y'all. But oh my God, we just finished the first book. So with this first book being finished, we can write it down or something, or write some sticker or something down. But now we are moving into our second book for the month of March, which is The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, child. It's about to be a movie. This is a thick book, so it might take a little longer. I don't know how long this is going to be. This might be an 8-week book, I think, something like that. But we are going to learn the 48 laws of power, child, because we need, I think I said 40 and this thing said 48. All right. Apparently, I don't know how to count or numbers, but y'all, I'm gonna see how long that's gonna be. But yes, y'all, that is all the things. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for being here on the live. Everyone that watches live, appreciate you. Everyone that always stops by and get into the video, you know. I did post a February cash count, so if you have not seen it, y'all, go ahead and watch that video. And then February closeout is actually tomorrow. So look at y'all getting the tea. February closeout actually tomorrow. So I will be telling y'all exactly what your girl did with her money, if she was even in line with the richest man in Babylon. And then we will go over the cliff notes there as well, so we can get all up into it and see what we did and what we missed. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Aneke. I appreciate you guys so much. And this ends our first Sunday reads with our first book on Sunday reads, The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. Okay, and I will see y'all next Sunday for another one, because what? Get into it. Okay, so all right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, my name is Aneke, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye. Ooh, do you want to end?